This week on the Digital Marketing Scoop, we're talking with Niamh MacAuley, all about video marketing. Niamh, very welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me. It's so exciting to be talking to someone on the other side of the country.
I know, yeah. Whereabouts are you located?
Tyrone.
Oh, very good.
Brilliant.
We went up for our staycation this year. We headed up that direction. Not quite that far north, but we got close.
Yeah, no, it is. It's a far enough journey. I know my parents were down in Cork there a couple of weeks ago. I got as far as Galway, and I was like, that's too far for me.
That's enough. I'll stop halfway. So Niamh, if you would tell us a bit about yourself and what you do.
So I'm video marketing manager for Purple Dot Media. We make promotional videos for businesses, but I found that in the last couple of years, I've been doing a lot of mentoring and training people on how to create videos with a mobile phone. I think that videos on social media change so much year after year, so it's really important to stay on top of different styles of videos. So I've been doing an awful lot of training on video confidence as well.
Yes, brilliant. So you do a video confidence workshop, don't you?
Yeah, I do a video confidence workshop. I do like a filming and editing workshop. I try to cover everything to do with video because I know there's a big need for it at the minute. So I try to be flexible with what everyone needs. But I suppose I'm passionate about having every business be able to do it themselves. Because there's so many apps out there that people should be able to do it themselves.
Yeah,
definitely. And would you have any tips from a digital marketing agency point of view? We're trying to push people into videos. So would you have any tips around, being confident in front of cameras or kind of encouraging people to go on camera?
It is daunting. Like, I know myself, there is still some days, like even today, I know I'm doing a video later, even today, I still feel a bit self-conscious, or if I'm not quite in the mood, I still feel a bit of the fear, because a lot of people will say, oh gosh, you're really confident in front of the camera, but for me it's just feel the fear and do it anyway. Like, I still feel the fear, I just have to jump into it because I can't talk about doing it and then not do it myself. But for me, it's more like about your body language. If you are feeling nervous, my shoulders go up, everything gets really tense. It's just being aware of your body language and your overall tone. A lot of people that are nervous will have, I find that their tone gets more robotic. They're trying to sound more professional. Like, it's so important to be yourself and be human. And I think practice is the main one. It comes with practice. And prepare your content. The more you're prepared, the more you're going to be confident with what you're talking about. Yeah. So, yeah, there's a few things you can do.
Yeah, because it is something we encounter here a lot, where we have clients who are all going home for video. They really want to do it, but then when it's time to actually go in front of the camera, they don't even think about that. They just know they need video content, but then when it comes time to actually stand in front of the camera, they're like, okay, maybe we'll get somebody else to do this. Yeah, and a lot of the time, I think the people who know the business best, the people who are out in contact with their customers, they're generally the best people to have in front of video, because people are going to feel like they know them from watching them across all the social channels.
Yeah, exactly.
And obviously, like we always say, the big benefit to people is going to be, look, at the end of the day, this is going to help your business. It's going to increase your bottom line. It's going to build your brand. We all do things we say we don't like, as you say yourself, but it's good for your business. So I think people are becoming more adaptable to it. I think. I
think it's just getting over that first hurdle. Once you've done one or two videos, you're like, as you said, Niamh, you still have the fear, but you just have to go for it anyway.
Exactly. Practice.
It's something that is so easy to procrastinate about. Like, I know people that I have mentored maybe 4 months ago that are still saying to me, I'll do it. I am definitely going to do it. And when I do it, I'm going to send it to you and you're going to let me know what you think. And, like 3 or 4 months will go by and they're procrastinating. I always say to people, perfection equals procrastination. That is why people are procrastinating. They're scared it's not going to be perfect. And there's no such thing as a perfect video. Like, I've created videos for 6 years now, and I can't say any of them was perfect, because there's no such thing. So I just say, like, we're at the stage now, which is really good, where it doesn't have to be perfect. You have live videos, you have stories, you know, people don't mind if it's not completely perfect. So I just kind of tell people to just do it, just go for it, hit the record button. And if they don't like it, they can delete it. This is the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's not like permanently out there and you can't take it back. You know, you can always just delete it.
Yeah, and done is a lot better than perfection waiting to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so important.
I think people like appreciate the natural, you know, imperfections of a video as well. They think it's more natural and relatable. You know, that kind of way. Yeah.
The amount of stuff that we should normally, you know, you cut out and we're just leave it in, it'll be grand. It's just the natural flow of the conversation.
Yeah, like there's a lot of things that I've left in video, especially over lockdown, because I felt like over lockdown people were more relaxed and everyone was working from home, so you could get away with more. So I found there was things that I left in videos that I would have cut out previously, and the video got way more engagement because it was more relatable, it was more human, and people were like, oh, she's in the same situation as us, she's lying at home, find it hard to get motivated. So you know, sometimes it's good to just be honest, and if you're feeling nervous, just say, this is my first video, I'm feeling nervous. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, so true.
100%. So Niamh, I suppose the big thing with video is there's so much now is grabbing people's attention, you know, those first 5, 10, 15 seconds. Would you have any specific tips for people who are, you know, as I say, people who are doing it themselves, picking up the phone, how to think about those first 10, 15 seconds and how to grab people's attention?
Yeah, well, I would have always said the first 3 seconds count, but now I honestly think it's got stage where it's the first second. I always try to grab people in the very first second. People's attention span, I think it's like, well, I know it's less than a goldfish. I know it's 8 seconds. I try to think, well, if I want to really grab people's attention, I have to be half a human's attention span. So I always try to think, okay, I've got like 4 seconds here. So it's really the first second I try to focus on. So for me, I know I'm doing a video this week actually where I'm talking a bit about grabbing attention, but if you can get the word you into the first sentence of the video, whether it's I'm going to tell you what I'm going to talk about, or how are yous getting on today, like try and get the word you into the first sentence, and that is what's going to grab the people's attention because you're talking directly to them. Anything like even the word secret, I'm going to give you a secret, or I'm going to tell you like a bit about this, or try to say something that is attention grabbing in the first second. I remember last year I used to say hey everyone, or hey guys, or you know, even just saying hello. I don't do that anymore. Like if you look at my videos last year, I'm actually saying hi, whereas now I just jump into, so today I'm going to talk about, I just feel like even saying hello is too much. You have to like, you know, that's wasting my time. That's wasting my second. So I don't even like address people anymore. I'm just like, so today I'm going to talk about this. Get straight to the point. That's another thing. Get stuck into your introduction. Get stuck into being clear in your communication, being clear in your message, and being clear on what your video is about. So I would get straight into, so today I'm going to talk about how to grab your audience's attention. And that's kind of, I get it. People say like, why do you talk so fast in your videos? But it's just because I'm really trying to get to the point as fast as possible. But that's sort of what I would do. But I would say another thing to grab people's attention would be the actual title. I call my videos, do you know what I do? Or do you think this is important? Or why is this important? Like all my titles are a question. So even that's enough to get people to watch the video. With loads of emojis. I do everything just to get people to stop.
Yeah, the crazy off the wall thumbnail, and then like the title like made for search engine optimization purposes. Explosions,
emojis.
And Niamh, you were saying, plan your content and that'll help you be more confident on camera. So could you give us some advice on planning and storyboarding your videos?
Well, I would say with like scripting, for example, if you are scared to be in front of the camera and you want to do a voiceover, like today I'm in the sound booth, this is where I do all of the voiceovers. I would only script, it's 180 words a minute. That's what I kind of go by when you're typing it up, because a lot of the time, if you are like saying doing a voiceover in your voice memo app, or you've decided you don't even want to show your face, you can do that. So that would be the way I would plan scripting. As for storyboarding, I find all of my videos on social media, because mine are like training videos, I do them in tips. So I have intro, tip 1, tip 2, tip 3, and then outro. That's how I plan out all my own videos. I used to do 4 or 5 tips, but I feel like that kind of went into like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and it felt too long. So I only do 3 tips now for the likes of social media. But I would say if you're doing a style of video for your website or a product video, it's important to, I don't know if you want to storyboard it, or even just having bullet points of, okay, I need to get a clip of, say it's a light bulb, I need to get the light, I need to get the lampshade, I need to get the socket, I need to get it from far away, I need to show a living room, like write down all the different shots that you need and what order, so that when it comes to editing, you've already decided what order the shots are going to be in, and it'll make your life so much easier.
Very good.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
And then maybe, again, we try and bring it back to people doing it themselves. Is there any particular, you mentioned there like storyboarding it out. So if someone's they've done that, okay, they're picking up their phone, they're going to do it. Any particular apps that can really help them in the process?
Well, I know the one that I was using the most in lockdown was Filmorago. The reason that I loved that was because I think it was only like $3.99 to get the watermark off it. It wasn't like a monthly subscription or anything like that, but I found it was really good for even framing the video into square, because I know square videos are the most engaging videos. They're the most videos that get, like, all the viral videos basically are in square, and it's really down to the fact that if someone's scrolling down on their phone, they don't have to turn it sideways. That's how bad we've got.
That lazy.
So I always try to make my videos square if I can, because I notice myself, my square videos get a lot more reach. And it's really good as well. Filmorago is very good for adding text, for adding music, for maybe putting like a border on it and putting the wording into it. There's a lot that you can do with that app. So I had been, editing all my videos on that. I found it very, very easy to use.
Cool.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's a really good tip.
Yeah. And what do you think about Instagram stories and TikTok and, all the portrait? So you'd prefer square, but what do you think of all those types of videos? Are they harder to make?
Yeah, I played a lot with TikTok recently as well. I think when we had like nothing to do. So I found that my TikTok videos were 8 seconds long. And I wasn't getting much engagement on TikTok. Like, I wasn't getting all this reach on TikTok, but I found that when I put it onto Instagram and put it onto LinkedIn, or profiles that I am mainly focused on, they completely blew up. Like, I had a video that was like, honestly, about 8 seconds long, and it had like 40,000 views, and it had like 700 likes, and it was literally just me pretending to be a character in lockdown. I was like changing the clothes, I don't know, one after the other, but it was only 8 seconds long. So I find that it really proved to me that the shorter the video is, the more engaging it is. And I've been really trying to focus on making my videos between 30 to 60 seconds since then, because it obviously gets to the point quicker and more people are going to engage with it and watch it. So I think that's what TikTok really has taught me, is like keeping it really short. As for like stories and things, on Instagram, like, to me, they're just kind of like daily updates, maybe on what I'm going to get up to that day. They're a lot more casual, a lot more relaxed. They're maybe a lot more easier for people that don't like editing, because they can just go on, hit record and upload it. But I think, and it's a good way of seeing who's watching your video. It's the only way of seeing exactly who has seen it. If you're interested in certain customers watching it, at least that way you know they are.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, almost using it from like a B2B kind of lead gen way, almost to make sure, okay, this person is engaging with my content.
Yeah, I actually never thought of that before, but yeah, stories is the only way you'll see who exactly watched it. That's,
And even in terms then, I suppose if we're thinking more the long form content route, it's really, I suppose YouTube is the main platform there. Do you do much in that space, or are you mostly focused really on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok?
Yeah, I find that because I am doing a lot of B2B, I do a lot with businesses. I find that because YouTube is very global, like, yeah, you can focus it on, a certain area, but I have found that for myself, I prefer to use actual platforms to put my videos up onto, and specifically connect with particular businesses or particular people. I do put my videos on YouTube just to use it as a library for myself, that I have it all there contained. I know there's a lot of people that prefer to use YouTube. I just find that I haven't really been pushing it as much, I suppose.
Yeah.
For me, not everyone is on YouTube that I want to be working with. There's not many, say for example, lawyers on YouTube, and solicitors and things like that there. So I just find that I prefer LinkedIn for focusing on the more corporate style customers. And then for me, Instagram is more about like beauty. I get a lot of like more fashionable customers off Instagram. So there is different people on different platforms, but I haven't really kind of explored who I can get off YouTube. I think it would be more like digital marketing, media orientated people.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
One thing I suppose I do like with YouTube is the fact that their videos are actually showing in the search results now as well. So it's a good way of Google, establishing yourself as the expert in the industry, that when you search for particular video tips or whatever, that your video is coming up in Google's actual search results. So I think it's a fantastic way to kind of establish yourself as the expert in the market. And it is a case of, reusing the same content again. It's not, I don't think you necessarily need to create new for YouTube. Now, if you're recording in Square, then maybe you might have to change things up a bit. But no, I think I as a platform, I think it's a great way to reach audiences, and then you have the ad network off on YouTube as well, which is also a fantastic way to reach people, and goes to show the importance of that first 5 seconds even more, because that big skip button is always there.
Yes, yeah.
I do use YouTube for my subtitles and getting my SRT file and kind of embedding it in that way. I find it very good for subtitling. It's good to use that way. But I know even for, I suppose with embedding into websites and stuff, I would usually use Vimeo. And Vimeo is a good one for being able to send my customers the video, and there's an actual download button so they can actually take it if they want it that way.
Oh, cool. Brilliant, yeah. And would you recommend subtitling all of your social media videos?
I was subtitling like every single video, and then I think I got a bit lazy in lockdown, purely because I knew that everyone who was on public transport, everyone who was in the office and was trying to sneaky watch a video, wasn't doing that anymore. I think everyone was watching the videos out loud in their living room. They didn't have their boss hanging over them, so that's why I kind of stopped subtitling as much. Because I know, like, it was crazy before lockdown. There was literally like, I don't know, it was like 87% of people was watching videos with no sound on, whereas now I'm not too sure. If people are working from home, they don't have to read videos as much. So I know I would kind of 50-50, if there's a lot going on in the video and there's like a lot that I'm talking about that is very technical, I'll use subtitles just to kind of help it sink in. But if it's like a short and sweet video, I'll just add in like some wording and upload it.
Yeah, brilliant.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Niamh, I suppose for anyone listening who's maybe they're like that client of yours who's like 4 months in, I'm going to do it. What kind of tips would you give them to push them over the line, to get started? What are the, I suppose, kind of the checklists? Okay, look, here's what to do. Here's why to do it. Go for it.
I would say the biggest thing would be if you knew what you're missing out on, basically. If you knew how much personal branding and getting your own face in front of the camera talking about your business can actually get you. Like, I don't think people realize what they're missing out on. Like, you know, before I started being in front of the camera, I had 600 followers. Now I'm reaching like 9,000, and that's just from me being in front of the camera. The other thing I would say is, you know, when I went to networking events, I know there's not any events these days, but when I'm meeting customers for the first time, when I'm at networking events, you know, there's not that awkward introduction. Like, they already feel like they know you because they've been watching your videos for years, which has taken away that awkwardness. You know, I just sit down and people just talk to me like, hey, how are you? You know, so
they feel like they know you.
Yeah, and it's brilliant because, okay, I'm getting to know them, but they're totally relaxed with me, and it takes out that awkward introduction as well. But I would say, like if you couldn't even comprehend the benefits of it. And I would say anyone that's doing their first video, just literally call it my first video. I'm not even joking you. The amount of people that's done that, and the video has taken off because people are like, oh, it's their first video, I want to see what it's like. Just call it my first video. Maybe just in the video talk about how nervous you are, how it's your first video. Like, people are so understanding. You'll have so many people coming to your rescue being like, you did great, don't worry about it. And I find like it's so encouraging if you're just honest and tell people you're nervous. You'll get so much more positive feedback of people supporting you. So I would just say, go for it, be completely honest, tell people it's your first video, upload it, and you'll be so surprised with how many people are really, really nice about it and will, you know, encourage you to do the next one. I think that's what I didn't realize when I did my first video. I thought, that's it, I've done it, bye. And then like a week later, people are like, where's your next one?
Come on, more content.
People that will hold you to account.
That's good. Yeah, gets them to do another one and forces them.
Is the Purple Dot a fairly big organization? Is there a lot in there?
No, there's literally just me and Kiva at the moment.
Okay.
Like, we're based in Dungannon Enterprise Centre, so there is different sections. There's like the business startup section. You know, there's people that are doing the grants, and you know, there's loads of different people that work in here, but me and Kiva are the only two that work for Purple Dot Media.
Oh, very good.
Brilliant.
You're kept busy, so
well, we do hire in a lot of freelancers, you know, for if we have bigger projects, like we'll hire in more videographers to help us out, but we're the only two that are here full time.
Brilliant.
Jesus, very good. Because I know I just followed you on LinkedIn there today, but I'd actually seen you pop up over the past 6-7 months so much because because other people obviously in my connections had liked your video,
I will like
your video,
all of your videos.
So that's really great, because I know I've always been trying to kind of work my way down to you guys, you know, like I kind of feel like in the north, you know, I am doing so much work up around here. We are doing loads of videos around here, but we've been always trying to move our way down. But it's so great that, you know, we're being noticed down there.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's great. It's great content. Actually, it was one thing in your LinkedIn I really liked was the, you know, what I do. So it literally was like the first video on your profile that was like,
what I do.
That's exactly it. Rather than like a spiel or whatever, here's what I do.
I think we should make one of those videos.
100%.
I was just thinking
I know, so this is the thing, because I noticed that over the last 2 years, I was known as like a mentor or a trainer. I was actually being like introduced as a marketer, and it wasn't until I thought people actually don't get what I do. So I felt the need to make that video to be like, actually, I am a videographer. It was just too many mixed messages, so I really felt the need to like clean it up.
Explain it clearly.
And a marketer.
But it does work so well, because when people obviously, I think in anything in the digital industry, they're like, you know, what do they do? Oh, computers, marketing, and a lot of people don't have a clear vision of what you do. So I think that is a really nice way to clear it up in terms of messaging.
Yeah, I think it's because you know, we're kind of we're at a stage now where it's really bizarre, because sometimes it's not enough to just say, oh, I'm a marketer or I'm a graphic designer, because like I feel like they're all sort of merging together.
They are,
where like digital marketers are doing videos and videographers are doing mentoring, and you know, that's why it's kind of
lines are blurred.
I think that's because companies don't understand, and they're just, you know, when they see those job specs and it's like graphic designer, videographer, marketing, digital marketing, and you're like, oh my gosh, like I can only do one of those. Like,
I know my sister's a marketer, and she was going out looking for jobs, and she had one job interview that said, you know, we need someone that can do graphic design, SEO, website design, marketing, sales. And it was like, what?
That's not one person, that's a team.
Yeah. It's like, she came back and she was like, they literally named off about 4 different degrees.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of getting that way though, where it's expected to know everything. Well, you can kind of only dip your toe in so many things.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, because like master of none, then that's the thing. You know, you can only do some of everything, and it, you know, it's not as effective.
Yeah, and the likes of the mobile phone, like the movie making and things like that. Like, I mean, even the video confidence, like I can only speak from experience. It's not something that I learned at school. Like they don't teach you how to be confident in front of the camera. So there's a lot of courses I've developed purely from my own experience, because that's all I can speak from. You know, I can't, because a lot of people will say like, oh, where did you learn about mobile journalism and all this, you know, the apps and stuff? And it's like, well, I had to do it myself. Like they don't teach you this anywhere.
You just gotta dive in, like,
so it's strange because even the likes of social media, I don't even know if that's being included enough in marketing degrees at the minute, or, you know, things like that there.
Yeah, because I just finished a master's in digital marketing. It was 2 years, and we had, I'd say, about 10 weeks of like just a dip into a small bit of social media. But I would have loved to have learned the Facebook ads platform, you know, instead of this is how you post on Instagram. It's like, we all know that, you know. I wanted more of a deep dive into it.
You're getting it now.
Yes, definitely getting it now.
I feel like, you know, social media is going at such a rapid pace that the degrees can't keep up with it.
No, it's always changing.
That's the problem.
It's always changing. I think it's just I think you do the only way really is you have to just be a practitioner of it. I don't think there's any way. Pretty much. Yeah,
and Google is your best friend.
Google and YouTube.
I know, it's crazy because I know I took a week off work, went to New York for a week, came back, and all the apps had updated, and I was thinking, okay, I can never take a week off work again. You know, like all the apps are different; they're totally laid out differently. Like 1 week away, and everything's changed. Like, it makes me so nervous. Like, how things can change. I'm constantly going into these editing apps because sometimes if they update and change, it is like a completely different app. And there's been times where I've been doing a workshop. There was one time there was like 200 people in front of me, and the app had updated, and I was like,
God.
and I was like, oh yes, so the editing tool, and I was kind of scrolling across being like, where is it? Oh gosh. Or the IPTV button disappeared when I was mentoring someone one day, and I was like, oh, it was right here.
It was there.
Right here yesterday. And
Instagram had just decided to get rid of IGTV for a day.
Oh Christ.
And it happened to be that day.
That's the joys of working in the digital space.
Yeah, I know. And then you're trying to explain to someone like, oh, this always happens, you know, these kind of things just disappear, and then they're like, I don't believe you.
I know. It's like, the button was here. I'm not lying to you.
Yeah, definitely only digital people will understand that one. Like,
it's pretty nerve-wracking, you know. I'm constantly praying that things don't update.
turn your Wi-Fi off before doing a demonstration just to make sure they can't update.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, brilliant.
Niamh, that's fantastic. Hopefully, we'll see. We might be able to cut that into another one. Who knows?
Might have 2 podcasts with you.
Niamh, that's brilliant. Thank you so much for all that information.
No problem.
I think
I
hope anyone didn't listen now. It'll give them a bit of a push to get out there and start creating.
And we can play this for our clients if they don't want to go on video. We'll be like, just listen to this.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Niamh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.